Hello everyone, it's Mandy from lifesongsofabusymom.com, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make these mini cheesecakes with Reese's peanut butter cups. As you can see, I have everything that you'll need to make these cheesecakes in front of you here. This is enough to make 2 dozen, and really it will make more than that. You probably only need 1 box of the Jell-O no-bake cheesecake to make 2 dozen of these mini cheesecakes, but this is the first time I made them, so I was a bit afraid. As you can see, you've got 2 cupcake tins here, and I've got the cupcake foils or little baking cups in there, and they're a black swirly color, and I thought that would be nice for Halloween since I'm going to make these kind of fall colors. I'm not really into witches and goblins or scary things, but I do like fall leaves and pumpkins and things like that, so that's what we'll be doing. You can see the Reese's cups are right there. I have 2 dozen of them, and I've taken the little wrappers off of them. I've also got these little mini Reese's pieces. I thought they would be nice to decorate the cheesecakes with. Totally optional. And then there are the 2 no-bake Jell-O cheesecake boxes. These are super easy to make, and they're no-bake. And then I also have some gel food coloring. We're going to be using the red and the yellow, so it makes a nice orange cheesecake for me because I want to kind of make it look like a pumpkin. And there you have it. These are all the supplies. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is melt some butter. I've got 10 tablespoons of butter here. 1 box calls for 5, so I'm doubling it. So I've got 10 tablespoons of butter. I also have and you can see right on the box here, it'll tell you per box. It called for 2 tablespoons of sugar, but I have 4 tablespoons because I'm doubling it. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the sugar and I'm going to pour that into the butter mixture, and then I'm also going to pour in the crust, the no-bake crust mix as well. Now I probably should have stirred up that sugar first and the butter before pouring in the crust mix, but it worked out fine anyway. So just pour that all in and give it a good stir until the crust gets kind of nice and crumbly, so you can put them into the baking cups and make the crust for the bottom of the cheesecakes. I figured out here that using a fork was going to work much better than using a wire whisk, so I changed over to a fork. It just helped kind of incorporate everything a lot better. Next, after it's all incorporated and mixed together, you're going to take like a small ice cream scoop, or you could just use a spoon, anything that's going to work to help you put it in the baking cups. And just take some small scoops and place the crust mix on the bottom of each baking cup. So it's going to make a nice little crust. Don't worry about like pressing it into the bottom of the cup. The Reese cups, when we put them in, will help do that. So don't worry too much about that. Just fill up all of your baking cups with the crust mix. Okay, now I'm going to take each Reese cup and press it into the bottom of each baking cup on top of the crust. So kind of push it down in there, of course use very clean hands, and push it down in there to kind of, help make that crust bottom. And the Reese cup just kind of sits on top. It's okay to have some crust around the Reese cup. There's really, you can't really mess this up. This is such an easy recipe. Just, throw the Reese cup in there and kind of push down a bit, and the job's done. And do that to the rest of your baking cups. Okay, now we're going to work on the cheesecake portion of it. So you're going to take 3 cups milk, or if you're making 1 box, it's 1.5 cups of cold milk. You're going to pour that into a dish, and then you're going to take your Jell-O no-bake, the cheesecake mix, and go ahead and pour that in. And then you're going to use an electric mixer on low speed for 30 seconds, and then you're going to beat that on medium speed for 3 or 4 minutes. The filling should be thick. So at first you're going to be like, this is way too runny, but it does thicken up as you mix. Okay, here's where I started putting the food coloring in. You can see I've put a little bit of red food coloring in, and now I'm going to put some yellow food coloring in to hopefully make a nice orange color. I found out that I started with way too little of amount to begin with, but I was really afraid, wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. So just, take your time until you get that nice, perfect orange color that you want, that pumpkin-y, orange that you really are looking for. If you want to make it orange, I mean, you don't have to put food coloring in it. I just wanted to make it kind of fall, Halloween kind of, themed. So I wanted my cheesecake to be orange. So the more you mix it, you'll see the colors will start to turn and mix together and make your orange. So just keep putting it in a little bit at a time until you get the perfect color. Okay, so now you see I have some orange cheesecake. So I'm going to go ahead and spoon this on top of the Reese's cups. Just get your ice cream scoop, clean it off if it's dirty, and just make some nice little scoops and just plop it right on top of that Reese's cup. Don't worry about spreading it out just yet. Just get your cheesecake mix on top of them, and we'll worry about spreading out with a spatula in a second. Okay, so now you see that I've spooned out all of the cheesecake mixture, and look how much I have left. I mean, I have like half a bowl left. So you can either put more in your cups, don't overfill them if you wish, or in the end, I just ended up making a cheesecake in a pie plate. But take a spatula and just kind of spread this out on top. So you have a nice kind of even top. You're going to go ahead and do that to the rest of your baking cups, and then we're going to get ready to put some of the Reese's Pieces on them. So there's your mini cheesecakes. You can leave them as they are, or you can decorate them. So we're going to put some mini Reese's Pieces on them, and that's what it's going to look like. I thought maybe I was just going to do orange, but I kind of like the orange, yellow, and brown. It's very fall-like. It reminds me of the leaves. So as you can see, this is how much I ended up with, so it was quite a bit. Like I said before, I did make a cheesecake out of that. You can do whatever you want with extra, or maybe you can make one box stretch to 2 dozen. But go ahead and start decorating the tops of your cheesecakes. I just love Reese's Pieces, and I just thought this would go well with the Reese's cup inside, and I thought the colors were fall-like, and it all just kind of went together. So I said, heck, I'm going to go for it. So there you have the mini Reese's Peanut Butter Cup cheesecakes. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and please let me know if you make it. Thanks for watching!